Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you here. So in today's video, I wanted to share some of the best bags you can still buy for under $1,200 on the US market. Now, this is becoming a very difficult task to actually find a reasonably priced luxury designer bags. So I gave myself a ceiling of 1,200 US dollars to see what I could find. Now, before I actually show you the bags, I want to mention the four criteria that I had in mind. So first of all, I wanted to find actual leather bags. So this video does not include wristlets, clutches, or wallets on chains, or really just kind of super mini bags, because I think those are just less functional. Secondly, I was looking for largely leather bags. So this video doesn't include totes or raffia totes or canvas totes, basically bags that are largely made out of fabric and not leather. The third criteria, I was actually looking at what I consider premium luxury brands. So this video does not include brands like Pauline or Jacquemus or Mulberry. I was trying to find bags under 1,200 US dollars from premium luxury brands like maybe Gucci and Fendi and Chloé, etc. And my last criteria is that I wanted these bags to be somewhat timeless. I wanted to find styles that could last not only for 1 or 2 seasons, but for many years to come. So for this reason, I also didn't include, for example, Valentino Rockstud bags in this video because I personally think they just don't have the longevity. And before I go into the bags themselves, let me also just say a couple of tips that maybe you would find useful. So if you're looking for designer bags that are a little cheaper than the majority of bags that we see out there right now, I would definitely look at brands like Givenchy, Fendi, Gucci, Alexander McQueen, and Stella McCartney. By the way, I'm not including any Stella McCartney bags into this video because they're not made out of leather, but if you're vegan, I think Stella McCartney has a lot of wonderful choices, and I actually have quite a few Stella McCartney bags as well. Another thing to keep in mind is that many of the bags that I'm going to mention actually do go on sale at the end of the season. So if you want to save money, you might want to try and buy a bag on sale. And once again, I would look at brands like Chloé, Givenchy, Alexander McQueen, Stella McCartney, Maison Margiela, which is one of my favorite luxury brands out there. The next point is I'm not going to show any of the raffia or canvas totes in this video, but there are quite a few options, especially from Jimmy Choo, Loewe, perhaps Saint Laurent as well, where you could buy kind of a canvas tote for somewhere under 1,000 or somewhere around $1,000. So if you're into those type of bags, they are something to consider. And the last point, once again, this is not something that I'm including in this video, but obviously if you are looking to save some money on luxury designer bags, there is always a choice to go pre-loved. And especially right now, there are quite a few options on the pre-loved market. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the bags that I found. All right, I have all of my notes right here, so let's go. The first bag I want to show you is this bag from Alexander McQueen. And generally speaking, I think that Alexander McQueen is just a wonderful luxury designer brand, and it is a little bit underrated when it comes to their luxury handbags. So this bag from Alexander McQueen is the cheapest on our list today. It's retailing for 759 US dollars. I think this is a great bag, very simple with just that small skull detail. There are a couple of ways you could wear it. So you could wear it as a clutch, but you could also attach this detachable chain and wear it as a crossbody. So there is some versatility. And I like the mock croc patent leather detail on this bag. Generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of patent bags, but when it comes to a small, a little bit of a dainty bag like this, I think mock croc in patent makes it look quite chic. And by the way, there are also other leather and color options with this bag as well. So once again, I would really look at Alexander McQueen if you're looking to buy a designer bag that does not break the bank. There are quite a few options from Alexander McQueen for under $1,000. This is the only one that I'm going to include in the video today, just to get you maybe to look at this brand or to give you a sense of what is available out there. But I think a bag like this for $759 is really a great option. And just looking at the dimensions, if I'm not mistaken, this bag will fit just like a regular sized phone and maybe just a couple of other smaller items as well. And by the way, my name is Lisa and I'm your guide to savvy luxury shopping no matter where in the world you are. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about strategic luxury shopping with the emphasis on quality and timelessness of your items. All right, the next up is Givenchy, and I've got a couple of bag styles from Givenchy that I wanted to show you. I feel that both of these bag styles are fairly new, but let me know if I'm wrong. So the first one I wanted to show you is this very cute Givenchy Nano Voyou leather tote bag, and the red version right here is retailing only for $805 US, which, considering current luxury designer prices, is really not that much. I also found a black version that is retailing for more money. It's $990 US. But I really like the red version because I think it adds such a wonderful pop of color. So what I like about this bag is that it actually has this dent at the top, which kind of makes it look very current. I think we have seen a couple of designer bags recently, also from Louis Vuitton, and from other brands as well, maybe from Tatem, that actually kind of have this dent at the top. So I think that small element actually makes this bag look really current. The bag is also somewhat versatile, so you have the top handle, but then you also have a removable leather strap option as well. Now, when it comes to the dimensions, the bag is really quite small, but I think, and I'm not 100% sure, I think you might be able to fit a phone, a regular sized phone, into this bag, maybe if you actually put it up vertically like this instead of horizontally. So this one is probably one of the smallest bags on the list today, and I'm not 100% sure about its capacity. But I think for this type of money, it could be a worthwhile investment. It is also quite understated, so you just have the Givenchy brand name kind of written out outside on the back, kind of stamped on it. And then you've got these two buckles on the sides, which I think add a little bit of an interest. So the next Givenchy bag I wanted to show you retails for $1,006, and this is the mini Voyou tote bag. So maybe this is just one size up from the bag that I previously showed you. It does look a little less interesting because to me this looks just a simple small leather tote bag with this one buckle detail. It also has top candles and a leather strap as well. I think that this bag would definitely fit a phone, at least regular phone based on dimensions, but you would obviously have to put the phone vertically like this. So this is once again a full leather bag, and I think for the money, you're actually getting quite a bit of bag out here from Givenchy. So next up is Gucci, and I've got this Gigi Super Mini shoulder bag that I found on Farfetch for $1,116 US. So full disclaimer, once again, on Gucci website, this bag is actually retailing for more money. But since I found this option on Farfetch, I wanted to include it here. So this bag has just one big compartment inside, so I think it would fit a regular sized phone, that it has an adjustable leather strap, and it is a fully leather bag, which I think obviously is a plus. I don't necessarily like this GG motif on the leather, but with this color, so it comes in this kind of peachy, beigey, very neutral color, I feel like the GG monogram or GG motif is just really not that visible. So I think this could make for an interesting neutral bag that you could use in the summer and also maybe with lighter colors in the winter. So the next bag I have is also a bag from Gucci. And this is the bag that I actually have. It's the bag right here. And this version of it, I found it on Farfetch, is called Neo Vintage Belt Bag. I also found a very similar bag on Gucci website. And on the website, it is a different version. I believe it's called Ophidia Belt Bag. I actually like my version more because I find it to be a little bit more interesting. You got this kind of lion or tiger head right here and just the name of the brand Gucci written out. You also don't have the Gucci strap in the middle of the bag. So I found this version on Farfetch, and it is retailing for 1,200 US dollars right now. So to me, this bag is very versatile. Now it is canvas, but to me, this canvas almost feels indestructible, and it has a leather trim. The way I wear this bag is basically just kind of right across my body, so it provides a bit of a hands-free experience. And for this reason, I think it's great for traveling and maybe for walking around. You can definitely fit a phone in this bag and also a couple of additional items. So inside, you just basically have this one big compartment, and then you also have, well, that's it actually. I do have my dust bag inside here. So inside, you basically just have one big compartment. So when I travel, for example, this fits my phone. This also would fit a passport, a card holder, maybe a lip gloss, and another smaller item. So I find this bag to be really quite practical, and it's very robust once again. It is a canvas bag, even though I'm trying to include only leather bags in this video, but I think this particular canvas from Gucci is really quite robust. And as I said, you do have a slightly different fidya version with a GG motif up front here that you can actually find on online Gucci website. I will also link that version below. It comes in a couple of different colorways when it comes to the trim of the bag, so there is a bit of a choice out here. Anyway, I think that this is still a really great option for 1,200 US dollars. But I was trying to remember, and I actually got my bag probably 3 or 4 years ago, so not that long, and I definitely paid less than 1,000 US dollars for this bag. So once again, this just shows you how much luxury prices are going up. But if you're interested in this bag, I think 1,200 US dollars is still, let's say a fairly reasonable price. So up next, I actually have three bags from Saint Laurent. So let me start with the Saint Laurent Said tube bag, which is retailing for 1,155 US dollars. So just looking at the dimensions, this bag is really quite small. It's about 20 centimeters long and 9 centimeters wide. But I think you would still be able to fit a regular sized phone into this bag. Otherwise, I think this bag is maybe not as versatile as some other bags we looked at today. I think there is only one length that you can have for the chain strap that you have on this bag. So to me, this looks just like a very small, dainty leather evening bag. And even when it comes to evening occasions, I don't think that the tube bag would actually work very well for all types of evening occasions. However, if you're looking for a YSL bag that doesn't break the bank, maybe this could be an interesting option. By the way, I think this bag has longevity in it simply because, okay, tube bags might not be trending, but it is kind of a shape that exists out there. I've seen bags from the Row that are of similar shape, bags from Maison Margiela that are of similar shape. So I think you would be able to use a bag like this for definitely several more years. So if you're looking for a small YSL bag that is a kind of full bag and not just simply a clutch or a wristlet, I think this could be an interesting option. So the next YSL or Saint Laurent bag I wanted to show you is this Cassandra leather phone pouch. And it is probably the cheapest bag on the list today because it's retailing for 745 US dollars. So this one is really quite small. And as the name suggests, it is a phone pouch. I think it fits smaller phones. It might be able to fit a regular sized phone, but once the phone is in there, I don't think you're going to be able to fit in like anything else whatsoever. Maybe like a payment card, and just hope that you don't lose it when you're pulling out the phone from this bag. But this bag could be used both as a clutch, but also as a crossbody because it comes with a detachable strap. And it basically doesn't have much when it comes to the design. There is just the big YSL logo. However, for 745 US dollars, this could be a fairly decent option because when it comes to YSL, for that type of money, you're usually able to get just a simple clutch. In fact, I recently filmed a video when I'm comparing my clutches from Saint Laurent that I have, plus one option that I found online. So I'm just going to leave that comparison video up here in case you wanted to see some clutch and wristlet options from Saint Laurent. And the third option from Saint Laurent I wanted to show you is this toy shopping tote bag, and it's retailing for 1,190 US dollars. So security once again could be an issue because you basically just have an opening at the top, and it comes with two top handles and also a detachable leather strap. Looking at the dimensions, and I'm not 100% sure, but just looking at the dimensions, I think you're going to be able to fit a phone into this bag, once again, if it stands up there vertically, and maybe a couple of other small items. But, when it comes to a full leather bag, this is really not that bad of a price. By the way, the version that I'm showing here is croc embossed, and this is the price for it, 1,190 US dollars. But if you're actually looking at a simple leather version, they're actually more expensive. All right, the next bag I wanted to show you is a bag from the Row, and it's called a Bindle Small Leather Tote Bag, and it's retailing for 1,050 US dollars. So because it is the Row, the bag has no logos on it whatsoever, or at least no visible logos. So I think this bag would be like a great pop of color if you're a minimalist or something like this. I like the shape of the bag because it is actually reminding me of similar bags from MM6 and Maison Margiela, and I'm showing this bag in this bright red color, but it also comes in black and then in just kind of this brownish camel color as well. So this is quite a simple bag. It's just kind of an open tote of sorts, except it's got one handle. So there is not much versatility. There is no additional strap, nothing else. But the bag is full leather and also fully leather lined. So in a sense, maybe you're getting a lot of leather for the money that you're paying. I think if you're a minimalist, if you're looking for a pop of color, or if you're looking for a pop of color but you don't want to spend a lot of money, this could be another interesting option. All right, the next up is Christian Louboutin, and this is Kabata Mini Tote Bag, and it's retailing for 1,190 US dollars. So this is an open tote bag. It has two handles and also adjustable, detachable leather strap. I like this tote because it is also fully leather lined. So for this money, you're getting like a fully leather bag, and it has a couple of interesting design elements. For example, the studs that just kind of encircle and come down from the handles. So I think the bag looks really nice, casual but fun. Based on the dimensions, you would be able to fit a phone into this bag and a couple of other items. So I think when it comes to capacity, this is maybe one of the bigger bags that I have actually shown you today. And again, Christian Louboutin is very well known for shoes, but I think the bags from this brand are very underrated. And I think a bag like this looks really fun and doesn't break the bank. And last but not least, I wanted to show you a couple of options from Chloé. So Chloé would be yet another brand I would look at if I'm looking for a designer bag that does not break the bank. So I think Chloé has a couple of options. My one issue is though that some of the options, especially for under 1,000 or under 1,200 US dollars, they're kind of very specific in nature when it comes to their style. So maybe they would not necessarily work for everyone. But I kind of wanted to show you a couple very, very small totes. So the first one up here is Chloé Sense Mini Bag. So it looks like it comes with a leather strap and a couple of top handles. It's a completely open tote bag, but just based on how it looks, I think you would be able to actually put a phone in there, but it is a completely open tote, so for me security would be an issue. However, with Chloé, these totes right now are coming in a number of different kind of shades and colors, so perhaps you would be able to find one that fits your wardrobe really well. This is a leather tote which has the brand name Chloé kind of embroidered or stitched in onto the bottom of the tote. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, but because it is done tone on tone, I really don't mind it that much. And when it comes to another type of tote from Chloé, especially if I'm looking for like all leather options, I couldn't mention the mini woody tote bag. And I have my version right here. So mine I got on sale at Istanbul International Airport, and it is in this really bright yellow color. But right now, if I look online on Farfetch, for example, there is a version in black which retails for 1,113 US dollars. So this is a fully leather tote. It is not leather lined, and it's got a strap as well, and the strap is not detachable. So from experience, I can fit a phone in here, but because the bag is really quite a bit narrow, usually I can just fit the phone and maybe just a couple of other small items. It is a completely open tote, so security is a bit of an issue, but to me, this bag still looks really quite fun. And once again, you have the name Chloé embroidered right here, so just like on every single Woody tote, basically. But because it is done tone on tone, I really do not mind it as much. So a good thing again about these bags is that so many colorways actually go on sale at the end of the season. So if you're looking at this black tote right now, maybe it makes sense to wait till the end of the season and see if it's actually going to go on sale. But anyway, I really couldn't not include Chloe Woody Tote in the conversation today because I think that these are still really quite great bags when it comes to the price point. All right, that's it. What did you think about my selection of bags today? Did I miss anything? Trust me, it was a very difficult task to actually find reasonable bags from luxury designer brands for under 1,200 US dollars. And before you go ahead and watch this video next. So in this video, I'm unboxing my Fendi first bag from Fendi. So if you are into your handbags, maybe you will find that video interesting. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and bye-bye.